Before I start this week's show, let me just indulge myself for a little bit by looking at this tweet from Assetto Corsa regarding the reveal of the Peugeot 9X8. Does this mean that we'll have the car coming to Assetto Corsa soon, or were mine and a whole lot of people prayers answered and this is a tease about the Hypercar class coming to ACC?
Don't give me hope.
Is the team at Kunos close to striking a deal and securing the WEC license for ACC? Hey everyone, BadSimRacer here, and welcome to another episode of BadSimRacer News Weekly Roundup, your one-stop shop for sim racing news. On this week's show, Automobilista 2 June roadmap review and what comes next. Gran Turismo Sport adds the brand new Toyota GR86, Codemasters bosses exit developer following EA buyout, and more. With that said, let's get on with the news. iRacing and Speedway Motorsports join forces to reprofile Atlanta Motor Speedway aging tarmac. Speedway Motorsports has partnered with iRacing to test and verify concepts for the future Atlanta Motor Speedway. The people at iRacing provided concept renderings and data on how the cars would perform in the reprofiled oval. Following 10 months of confidential research, development, testing and simulation with engineers in iRacing, the reprofile will increase the current 24-degree banking in Atlanta's turns to 28 degrees, higher than any other intermediate track on the current NASCAR circuit. As Atlanta's racing surface has aged, we've challenged ourselves to reimagine what NASCAR racing at an intermediate track can be, said Speedway Motorsports President and CEO Marcus Smith. It's all new for 2022 and this will be specifically designed for close competitive racing. Our partners at Speedway Motorsports have reprofiled Atlanta Motor Speedway to optimize the racing with the next-gen car, and early simulations suggest the racing will be closer and even more competitive, said Steve O'Donnell, NASCAR Executive Vice President and Chief Racing Development Officer. Flexing the muscles of our virtual track building capabilities to prototype Speedway's motorsports vision for Atlanta Motor Speedway has been a fun and exciting process, said iRacing Executive Vice President and Executive Producer Steve Myers. From one concept to the next, we've seen the future of AMS take shape, all without moving a shovel or dirt in the real world. Construction is scheduled to begin right after the Atlanta 400, and the reprofiled track will debut in 2022 along with NASCAR's next-gen car. On rFactor 2 news, the latest blog from Studio 397 and Race Department's Paul Jeffrey touches on updates to rFactor 2 competition system. The studio is looking ahead in order to plan the next set of features to be introduced. Top priorities are a much-needed pass in the chaotic user interface, followed by the introduction of a rating system. On the non-technical side, there's apparently a lot of new competitions incoming with some surprising content and formats. There was also a community Q&A with some really good questions regarding the state of the simulation. One question from Fabian Bale asks, I was wondering if we can expect to see 24/7 quali sessions for this type of event. The answer was, 24/7 might be a bit long given our current limitations, but definitely longer and open sessions are on our wish list. Regarding NVIDIA DLSS support and DX12, Jesus Gary writes, is it possible to implement NVIDIA DLSS support in simulator graphic options for use with VR, or is DirectX 12 required? The answer was, I don't believe that DLSS requires DX12. It is one of the new technologies we are actively discussing, but no decision has been made yet on implementing it. It's a good thing they are discussing this topic, taking into account that rFactor looks so dated. Also, 4-lap average qualifying sessions for IndyCar were confirmed. You can read the full blog post by clicking on the respective link in the description below. According to the latest post from Renato Simeone, staff member at Teases Studios, this past June was a big month for the Brazilian developers, with the release of V1.2 and the Racing USA DLC, followed by a hard push towards bug hunting and further improvements in subsequent weeks. Race's focus continues to be on complementing the work on these new features and fixing issues that have come up with since V1.2, as well as some older issues which we had been struggling for a while to track down. The team will continue to work hard over the month of July in order to add a few more options and quality of life improvements that have been commonly requested by the community. Looking to the near future and beyond, there will be further improvements to the real weather, which will integrate a real feed for environment temperatures and humidity data, allowing the developer to throw away the generic regional lookup tables, and dynamic live track presets and some developments towards the system and multiplayer support. Seasonal foliage will be updated next in the following tracks: Hockenheim, Bathurst, Imola and Spielberg, making these the last 4 tracks that were missing the feature. The biggest incoming development regarding physics is the revamp of the traction control system and to add input bindings to adjust TC and ABS in-car. AI is also being worked on too, in order to give real, fictional or generic AI drivers their own unique personality and skill set. UI was updated too, which will allow the devs to focus on the driver profile page, and with that completing the development of the long-awaited multiplayer rating system, which apparently we're still a couple of months away from. The next release will also bring the iconic 1974 Porsche 911 Carrera RSR, and it will be a free update for every AMS2 player. By the end of the blog post, it is said that the team at Teases is currently working on revamping a track from Automobilista 1 and hoping to have it ready by the end of the month. Any ideas which track could be added to AMS? Let me know in the comments below. The latest update for the excellent BeamNG was just released, and the team deployed a slew of fixes for reported bugs regarding vehicles, levels, traffic, AI and improvements to the world editor. The most notable fixes being updated default bindings for the Thrustmaster T300 RS wheel, improved throttle control that was causing AI to not be using full throttle in the drag strip, improved throttle control that was causing script AI to significantly fall behind the script times. You can read the full patch notes by clicking the link in the description. Toyota just keeps on letting Gran Turismo Sport players test drive their cars before buying them. The brand new, yet to be released in the real world Toyota GR86 was released in Gran Turismo Sport as a part of a 1.66 July update for the game. In the official Gran Turismo website it reads, a bigger engine but with the same concepts behind it. Japan's representative lightweight FR sports car has been added. The Toyota GR86 is part of the N200 class. This ain't the first time Toyota drops a brand new car in the game before being available to the public. Last year in November, the Yaris GR made its debut first on GT Sport. Apart from the GR86, the team at Polyphony Digital fixed an issue in which tire temperature differences would occur in practice depending on the tire wear race settings. Gran Turismo Sport is available for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The upcoming new entry in the Test Drive Unlimited franchise finally reveals its location. It's a one-to-one reproduction of Hong Kong that will set the stage for the next installment of the long-running IP. The reveal was made during Nacon Connect, where the latest trailer was showcased to the general public. There's a lot of hype surrounding this game because its developer is none other than KT Racing from WRC fame. The French devs are in charge of development, and since they do have a background in sim racing, we can only hope that the physics engine used in TDU Solar Crown is more akin to the one used in WRC games than some other arcadey kind of physics engine. The game is set for a September 22, 2022 release on pretty much every current and next-gen platforms. Speaking of WRC, WRC 10 had a feature during Nacon Connect in which Sebastian Loeb, 9-time WRC champion, promotes the new and improved physics, reminisces about some of his victories, and talks about the 50th WRC anniversary in 2021. Finally, Rims had a collaboration announcement with Italian electronic music artist The Bloody Beetroots. Cool. All the related links are in the description below. What do you think of all these announcements during the Nacon Connect? Have you expected to see more of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown? Comment below. The Crew 2 was finally updated and introduced long-awaited quality of life improvements to the arcade open world racer. Live summit changes, additional rewards for completing events, and modifications to the point calculation system in stunt mode were deployed. Season 3 Episode 1, US Speed Tour East, was released as well. A new game mode is available, new vehicles like the 969 Pontiac GTO The Judge, the 2016 KTM Expo R Edition, and the 1974 Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo, plus the Chevrolet Corvette C2 2.0 Edition will be added throughout the duration of the episode, with more vanity items. You can check out the Crew 2 on PS4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows and Google Stadia. Links to the full patch notes and information on Season 3 of The Crew 2 down in the description. In a move that surprised absolutely no one, EA announced that Codemasters CEO Frank Sagnier and Codemasters CFO Rashid Varakia would step down from their roles at the UK-based developer by the end of July. According to Games Industry Biz, the news follows EA's acquisition of Codemasters and its subsidiary, Slightly Mad Studios, which was completed back in February. Sagnier and Varakia's departure has always been part of the plan, but has been brought forward by the speed of Codemasters' integration into EA Studios. Both Codemasters and Slightly Mad will join the EA Sports umbrella, led by Cam Weber. Slightly Mad will continue to be led by studio CEO Ian Bell. while SVP of Product Development Clive Moody and SVP of Publishing Jonathan Bunny will lead Codemasters going forward. Codemasters was acquired by Electronic Arts for $1.2 billion in a bid war against other industry giant Take-Two, publishers of the Grand Theft Auto franchise. What does this mean for the future of Codemasters' racing portfolio, in which the license for F1, Dirt Rally, WRC and Project Cars are all part of? Will these games include EA trademark surprise mechanics from now onwards? Or has EA finally learned something from their previous mistakes? Here's to hoping for the best but expecting the worst. This week in hardware news, Italian-based sim racing hardware manufacturer Simagic is accepting pre-orders on its brand new Simagic Alpha Mini wheelbase. According to DirectDrive.it, discover the new 10 Nm servo motor designed by Simagic and enter a world of details never experienced before. You'll be able to drive your favorite cars without signal compression, achieving performance previously unattainable by similar or less powerful steering wheels. In addition, thanks to AI, you will benefit from an optimization of the incoming signal for precise and crystal clear force feedback. Starting from €599 for the wheelbase alone, the Simagic Alpha Mini is looking like it's set to be the first real competitor to the CSL-DD from Fanatec. Its small form factor, price point, and the fact that, it's a cheap direct drive wheelbase points in that direction. Each car is faithfully reproduced thanks to the 3 new software features introduced. Signal optimization through artificial intelligence, able to clean the force feedback, making it more realistic and crystal clear. New physics-based friction model for unprecedented force feedback authenticity. Up to 40,000 force feedback frequencies per second in combination with 1 kHz of data transmitted from the engine base. Furthermore, the new technology used in the motor will allow you to have a fluidity worth of the best direct drive motor on the market. Only 0.01 Nm are needed to turn the hub, thus obtaining a smooth and silky feel. The Simagic Alpha Mini is a 100% wireless system capable of transmitting data at 2.4 GHz for response to commands with non-existent input lag, and it's a plug-and-play system. The wheelbases will start shipping August 30th. Have you ever had first-hand experience with Simagic products? Do you think this new wheelbase has what it takes to go head-to-head with Fanatec CSL-DD? Let me know in comments below. In one of the latest race room blog posts, German sim rig manufacturer Tracktime unveiled 3 revised variants of their TT07 rig. A few months ago, we introduced you to the Tracktime race rig and are pleased to present to you 3 variants and a revised variant of the TT07. In general, the race rig is convincing with its high stiffness, which makes it perfect for direct drive systems, and high quality pedals. Furthermore, the race rig is very space saving and requires only a small footprint and already comes with a standard seat rail, monitor mount and steering wheel adjustment. In addition to the TT07, there are now also race rig TT27, TT33 and TT55. The first new rig is the TT27, equipped with the stepless adjustable sport seat in retro design. The TT33 also comes with the stepless adjustable sport seat. Completing the race rig series, the TT55 allows the user to fold the seat and store the race rig, making it even more space saving. You can check Tracktime's website at track-time.de/int/simulators and have a look at what the brand has to offer. Dutch-based company Heusinkveld has a sale on their classic sim Handbrake going on in their website. As done before with the Heusinkveld Ultimate Pedal Set, the sim Handbrake is on sale in order to clear stock and make way to the yet-to-be-released Handbrake that will replace the current one. As stated in the latest Heusinkveld news blog post, with the sale of our classic sim Handbrake, we are slowly starting the countdown to the release of the brand new sim Handbrake this summer. This new sim Handbrake is a completely fresh design with regards to hardware, electronics and software. We are currently finalizing the final steps in regards to this new product, but we're confident of a release this summer. Adding, there will be no further upgrades for the classic sim Handbrake. Because the new to be released sim Handbrake is a completely new design, it is not possible to retrofit any of the hardware, electronics or software to the classic sim Handbrake. The discounted price listing is, for EU customers, approximately €159 including VAT. For non-EU customers, €131.40 excluding VAT. Are you a rally aficionado? If so, let me know what you think of the Heusinkveld sim Handbrake in the comments below. With this, we'll wrap up this week's episode. What do you like to see more of? As always, constructive criticism is very much welcomed. Please comment down below, like this video, and hit subscribe so you can help me pay the bills. Doing this massively helps to get this video and channel noticed by the YouTube algorithm. You can also check my other social medias, they're in the description below. And please make sure to follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/BadSimRacer. Thank you for watching, have an awesome week, and see you on track. I'm off. Bye.